So, the Diddy trial, you were covering it all along. How long was that? 8 weeks?
Yes.
8 weeks. And then, when the announcement was made that he was cleared of the most serious charges, sex trafficking and racketeering, he was found guilty of 2 counts of engaging in transportation for prostitution. You were outside with oil being poured on you. Now, talk to me about this.
Angela, you know what? I'll try to say it with a straight face because we got to be serious up here. But dude, when I tell you, I wish I would have never done that. You know what I mean? Because it got so blown out of proportion. But to be honest with you, that was not my intention. Anybody that knows me knows I was not a Diddy supporter in that way. I was just here for the facts, okay? But to make a long story short, I had always been doing kind of comedy with my reporting of the case. Yeah, more oil. I even have a more oil fund on my platform. They would send me money for more oil, which means it would keep me here covering the case. And so in that moment, I was just thinking, you know what? Today's the last day. Let's do some more oil live with the people here just on my, on YouTube.
And you've been working out while
and
you're here.
Yeah, so I was like, let's just do it. We're having a good time. We're on Verdict Watch. So that's all that was. So I ended up, a guy was like, well, guess what? I have baby oil and I have Astroglide. I said, are you kidding me?
He just had it with him?
Yeah. So I was like, oh my God, this is great.
Wait, hold on. Why?
Maybe he was thinking the same. It was divine timing because I was literally told him, I said, listen, I'm going to go to the store and buy some baby oil. He was like, no, I got it right here and I got Astroglide. So I was like, okay, look, just pour the oil on me. We're just going to, do a little more oil for the people. So, child, we went and did the more oil. And he was throwing the oil on me, and I was screaming, more oil, more oil, more oil. And I thought nothing of it. And less than 30 minutes later.
Ooh, it was viral. Everyone was sending it to me.
Everywhere. Diddy supporters flinging oil, having a great time, whatever. The fire marshals come out. They're gating everything up. They got the big trucks and tanks because now it's being said that Diddy supporters are slinging baby oil.
Ooh.
Mind you, the baby oil was the travel size. It was a few squirts. I rubbed them down. It really wasn't that serious. But to be honest with you, I did have to take accountability because the timing wasn't correct, Angela. It just wasn't the timing. But my true people, my fans that know, they knew that, it was a part of an inside joke.
Right. Maybe if that was on your YouTube and not outside the courthouse.
Yeah.
Where people are familiar with you, follow you, then that's different. But now it looked like Diddy supporters, celebrating with the oil party. And it did look crazy.
It did.
But I also know you.
Yeah.
So I also know how you've been covering the trial. And I know your sense of humor. And so I think, again, like you said, taken out of context, and you put up a post about that, how this could have been hurtful because of the optics. And you did apologize to anyone who was impacted or disappointed, but you said you are going to move with greater care and remain committed.
And I sincerely meant that apology because I know my intent wasn't that, but I know that some people could have been not only hurt, but also disappointed because they read the headline and felt the way. And my thing is this, I'm never in my ego too far to say, hey, if I hurt my people, then let me, if I disappointed you anyway, that was not my intent. So I really do apologize for that.
Well, let me tell you something. If you ever go on Love Island, they're going to pull this clip up and you are going to get kicked off that show.
I'm definitely getting kicked off.
Well, I appreciate you for clearing that up, though. And again, I was like, Armon, but I also know you and I know your whole history and I know how you've been covering this and how hard you've been working. So it is crazy for this to feel like it overshadowed.
And it was disheartening because it seemed like there were so many people that wanted to see this moment happen. Like, oh, he's a failure. He's going to burn bridges. He self-sabotaged. And it was just kind of like, dude, all the work that I was doing, like the publications didn't post any of that. I've been killing this trial. But the one time that it could be deemed controversial, they took it and slapped a headline on it and made it a big deal. But what I learned is I can't be that loose and I have to control my narrative. So